everyone, my name is Nisa Nasuha with Abdul Rashid from TPE 145E, and I will present about the current issue in ASEAN or ASEAN. So today I am going to present about the current issue in Indonesia. So here is Indonesia. That is Indonesia. It is a very big country. So the current issue is the new Indonesian tax law has target its middle class. The first one is I want to highlight is like Indonesia has the lowest percentage of individual income tax revenue to GDP compared to Malaysia and Thailand, which is it is 1.3% compared to Thailand, 1.9% and 2.1% in Philippines and 2.7% in Malaysia. So in this issue, Indonesia has reformed a new tax law on middle class. Okay, what are the changes in this new tax law? So firstly is Indonesia want to increase for those income from 50 million rupiah to 60 million rupiah, and then those income from 5 million rupiah from 30% to 35%. And then in this new tax law, they want to focus on progressivity. As you all know, progressive tax is the higher the income, so the higher tax they have to pay. And then business with annual sale turnovers of less than 5 million rupiah, or will be transferred to Malaysian ringgit is 146,890, will be exempt from paying income taxes. So what are the advantage that Indonesia will receive when they do the new tax law? So the first, so what is the advantage is the system is more fairer than the old law. This is because the taxation system provide privilege to wealthy people who earn income from their assets and which generally has a lower effective tax than those that the normal rate of business income. So this perceived unfairness could prevent those in the middle class from entering the tax base. So this new law is more fair than the old law, because based on the old law, it means like the wealthy person is tax advantage on the tax than the from people that do the business. So it is very not fair. Why this new implementation tax law is very important for Indonesia? Okay, this is because with this new law implementation can help recover the tax revenue that has been declined during the COVID-19 in 2020. So with this new implementation that has changed in 2021, it can help to recover tax revenue for Indonesia, because based on the data from the economists, it has been shown that the tax revenue is decreasing. Who is the target in this new law? So it will be like middle class, wealthy person and self-employed. So with this, actually there is issue is roughly about 44% of surveyed self-employed taxpayer underreported between 50 and 100% of their actual income. And then, with this implementation of a new information reporting system that replaces tax file numbers with an identified card number for easier tracking, has the potential to not only facilitate voluntary compliance, but also to prevent data and address middle class non-compliant issues. So, with this new tax, they will make sure that there will no middle class person or self-employed that will lie about their actual income. So, why tax is very important? Like, okay, for this presentation, like I'm going to highlight about GDP, which is under 382 topic. So tax is very important for GDP because it is contribute to economic growth, which has a lot of consequences on the country's economy, enhancing the standard of living, encouraging job creation, and so on. Because okay, what I'm going to highlight for GDP is tax from citizen is actually help to develop the country, because through tax, government will use our money, to do road, and actually it is actually give back advantage for us. So that's why tax is very important. And the higher the tax rate is, the better standard life that we will have. So that is the highlight that I want to say why the tax is very important. And other than that, it is also for help from governance and business. Like for help, like for hospital. So governance is like to pay the wages, government entities, infrastructure development, and also for business. So that is why tax is very important. So what I can conclude from here is, through this new tax law implementation, it will help Indonesia to recover their GDP, and also it will help them to make their life more standard living, and the economy will be grow. Coba untuk lanjutkan hidup.